We in business.
Hey, welcome back. What's this, episode 2 or 3 or 2?
It's 3.
3?
Yeah.
You gonna play 2? Cause I know we got cut up on 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on episode 3.
Same time.
Same time.
Double dose.
Episode 3. Welcome back. Full Throttle Shenanigans, episode 3. We want to thank all 9 of our listeners. I want to let you know we got a sponsor. We're now sponsored by Cluck You Chicken. Cluck You Chicken. Go in there and tell them you watch Full Throttle Shenanigans, and you will get 6 packs of ketchup for free. 6 packs of ketchup.
Where's Cluck You at?
I don't know. Rochester, New York. Rochester, New York. Got to go up there and get your 6 packs of ketchup, man. The drink tonight is still the whiskey Long Island iced tea. Get y'all some of that. Shout outs before we get popping. Shout out to Miss Pearlie. Shout out to my brother-in-law Eddie down there in Columbia, South Carolina. I think the rest of his family's in Columbia, South Carolina. Shout out to Lori, my little sister. So, who else we shouting out? All our club brothers.
Yeah,
all the businesses. If you need your car fixed.
Yeah, then.
What's the
what's
steel joint?
Sons of Otis.
If you need anything, any automotive repair, Sons of Otis. For all y'all brothers that do not have Harleys and your stuff breaks down, call Rose. Rose will pick you up. Rose. What's our brother's joint? We ain't got shit ready.
No, we don't have anything.
We fucked up.
We are fucked up tonight.
Hey, pardon me, but yeah, we a little jazzed up tonight. We will get it right.
Whiskey shit.
Yeah,
so
that
whatever
whiskey
the hell
sour
you drinking
got pumping over here.
Yeah.
But we got a lot going on. We got a clothing line. One of our brothers got a clothing line coming out. We got Gerald's bike cleaning service. We got Easy Customs for your music, all your audio needs on your motorcycle. DJ Al V, the best DJ in the DMV. Shout out to Al V. OG, where you at?
Yeah, we gotta do better.
Yeah. Who else got a business over there? Turtle Remodeling. Shout out.
I think he retired.
Turtle Remodeling. Shout out.
Yeah, I think he retired.
Shout out Joker. Yeah, he retired. We'll get him out of retirement. Our brother's getting ready to retire. Congratulations to him, man. Congratulations to our brother, man.
Absolutely.
Congratulations
30, 30 how many years?
Yeah, 30 plus. I don't know how many, 30 plus, man. Great brothers, man. Word. So, my brother, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, man. New week, new year. New president.
Yeah. What you think about that, man? How do you feel about how close the race was?
Oh, shit.
Were you surprised?
Nah.
At the disparity?
Nah.
Really?
Fuck no.
Why? You didn't think it would be a little closer than what it was?
I think if he would have said stuff like the shit that just happened, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, that from this point forward it's only going to be 2 genders, male and female. Like, I think that if that type of rhetoric was going on, you know what I mean, pre-election, maybe.
How you feel about that? I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it at all.
So, my daughter, all my daughter's roommates in college are non-binary. Right, so she's very protective of that. So I used to make jokes that I thought was hilarious. She didn't find them very funny. So I do understand, you know, and after talking with her, I do understand the whole thing of people feeling like they were born in the wrong bodies. You know what I mean? So I am
okay.
I don't know.
I understand you being
I'm empathetic to that.
If you think you're born in the wrong body, okay. But what body are you in?
The one that you right. So if you're in a male body, but you feel like you were born a female, stuck in a male body, would you want to transition back to being what you feel like you are?
So to be politically correct, and that the word slurred off my tongue because I've had a few of these drinks, but should there be two boxes? What you were born as and what you feel you are, or however you identify. What were you born as, and what do you feel you are? Because for me, I think things are coming around. I don't think that we can keep going, but letting everybody do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with anybody feeling how they feel. I ain't got no problem with what anybody does in their house. You know what I'm saying? But when you either you're male or what's the big deal? No, when's the last time you heard somebody ask in a public conversation,
are you a male or female?
Yeah, are you a male or a female?
Right.
It's not a topic of conversation that people have. I've never heard it, and I'm
not out loud, but I've looked at motherfuckers and was like, is that a boy or a girl?
Yeah. You look, but we don't have those conversations, so it should never come up. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna come in now? Oh, I identify as a.
Right, but the problem comes up when the whole bathroom conversation was a thing, right? Well, it's still a thing. You identifying as a woman, but you're a man going into a woman's restroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a problem.
And there's always a double standard, right? Because people are always going to be more up in arms when this man that identifies as a woman goes into a woman's restroom.
Right.
However, if it's a woman identifying as a man going into a male restroom, people never as up in arms. Yeah. It's just one of those double standards, right?
Yeah. I concur. Totally concur.
So that's one of those times when when Caitlyn Jenner comes walking out of the woman's restroom and somebody says, "Are you a are you a male or a female?"
We are not being insensitive. We are simply having conversation.
So
conversation that all of our 9 listeners want to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care either way.
Yeah, quite honest. Male or female, gay or straight, I don't care either way. All I want us to do is take back the rainbow. I'm 53 years old, man. I want to enjoy the rainbow now.
I can enjoy the rainbow.
If I enjoy the rainbow,
ain't nobody look at you sideways as you walk around.
No, they're not, man. But I'm saying, people can't. You can't enjoy the rainbow no more. Do you know I have a pack of Skittles in my car right now, man. That's all gray. You ever seen that?
No.
It's an all gray pack of Skittles. I swear to God.
You scared to buy the rainbow color?
It was an option, and I said, let me get the all gray joints. So I got a pack of fucking Skittles. I don't know what flavor it is, and then because everything is gray. Everything is gray, man. I just bought it because they've claimed they've claimed a natural phenomenon and made it their own, to where you have people uncomfortable putting on a rainbow.
I mean, what do you mean putting on a rainbow? What's putting on a
Pins, rainbow? Straps around their luggage, bracelets, shirts. If you walk around here and you have a rainbow on your shirt,
you're automatically assumed as part of the alphabet people.
Kind of like, because I know you're a diamond, it's kind of like having a pineapple on your shirt. And from my understanding,
I'm a freak, so that makes sense. If you see me on the boat with with a pineapple, it will be upside down.
All of our 9 listeners, if you go on a cruise, Please be aware that if you have a pineapple, I'm gonna let my brother explain because I'm not a cruiser. I'm trying to be a cruiser.
It's an upside down pineapple.
What
Even
does it
though
mean?
Carnival got rid of it, Carnival banned it. So
Did it? Well,
yeah.
what did it mean? If you went on a cruise and you saw upside down pineapple,
knock on the door.
knock on the door.
Knock on the door.
Because of what?
We partying in there. It's a party.
It's a party.
Not we. I'm sorry. No, they party.
It's a party, man.
It's a party.
So you open to everything. Is there a way you have to
it's
turn
a Diddy party going on in there.
Jeez, Mo Christmas. You see that?
Johnson & Johnson.
You guys are welcome. You're welcome. We've enlightened you to some information that you probably weren't aware of.
Knock on the door.
That if you see a nice pineapple shirt,
upside down pineapple.
Do not wear it if you are not ready
for the smoke.
To be involved in some kind of Johnson & Johnson
fragging act.
Oil put on your body, on one of your orifices.
And you don't want to get all that oil on them sheets and shit and the because it's it might cost you.
Yeah.
And that hotel room or that cruise cabin, you messing up their sheets.
Yeah. Well, look, are you surprised that Trump pardoned all of his friends on
fuck no
for the 6 joint?
Fuck no. I'm not surprised. I do. So the police union, they said they took back their endorsement of Trump.
Oh really?
Yeah. But this isn't something that he said he was going to do this from the jump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This wasn't one of those things where like he did it, surprisingly. He said he was going to do this. All right. So I do feel like it's a slap in the face to all those officers that were at the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, that day. So yeah, I'm not surprised that he did it, but I do feel like it's a slap in the face to one. I feel like it's a slap in the face to America, right? Because that's supposed to be the people's house, right?
Right.
So one, I feel like it's a slap in the face to America. Two, I feel like it's a slap in the face to law enforcement. You know what I mean? In what world is it okay for you just to start fucking up cops because you trying to get in a building that you're not allowed to get into? You know what I mean? And as we stated from the beginning, if that was a bunch of black people trying to get in there and do that same shit,
it'd been real different.
A lot more people would have died that day.
It'd have been real different, I believe. I believe it would have been real different, man.
You know what I mean? We have to tread as a people. We got to tread lightly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not try to cause a ruckus because people already automatically view us as threatening. But we not the ones walking the streets with ARs trying to break into the damn Capitol.
Yeah,
you know
breaking in the Capitol.
Well, right,
beating up the police to a point where you saw the one dude. He has he's trying to get a restraining order against everybody that Trump released because he's been getting death threats, especially from the guy that was the leader that was down in Mississippi. That guy, Torino, I think his name is something like that. But he got sentenced to 22 years.
And he got pardoned?
Yeah. He pardoned him.
Crazy.
And he came out and he basically was saying, and I'm not quoting him verbatim, but he was like, the people who found him guilty, the judge, the jury, that all those people need to pay. And you take that for what it's worth. But that's what he said.
Yeah.
So I think what he did, our president Donald Trump, is, how Jay-Z travels with the FOI, is that Trump now has these guys are gonna be his FOI.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And for you, those are our 9 listeners who don't know, FOI is Fruit of Islam. But that's
And you just told me something because I didn't know Jay-Z traveled with FOI.
Oh yeah, you ain't never seen him?
Nah.
It's like when he travels with them, it's just like the Spike Lee movie when Denzel was playing Malcolm and when he put his hands up, and just like that.
Because I didn't realize that FOI could be essentially contracted out in that sense. I thought they were strictly for, let's say, Farrakhan or other Muslim leaders. I didn't realize that they could.
They're contracted out, but I'm imagining it's only going to be for African people of African descent.
So Trump couldn't contract them.
I don't believe he could. I don't believe he could. He contracted Snoop, Nelly, and Soulja Boy.
How you feel about that?
I'm surprised that Snoop,
because of the shit he was talking some years back.
Nelly, I'm kind of surprised. Soulja Boy, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all because he's a money grab. You know what I mean? I think that was he's not in the limelight anymore. His time, his window is, from what I see, has closed. Even though I think that he can get back in, because right now, who knows what anybody is rapping about right now? It's just it's a vibe now. That's all it is. If your music is a vibe, you're gone. You're up. You're skyrocketing. That's all your music has to be, is a vibe. It's all a vibe, man. That's all it is, man.
So just you said surprise. Do you have any other feelings about it? Outside of surprise? About Snoop and
yeah, Nelly. I mean, I think he said something. I haven't heard it yet. I didn't listen to it because in all actuality, I don't care. But I'm just surprised that he did it, because I think financially, I think Snoop is sound, whether he did it or not. Whereas Nelly, he's kind of, from the tours I see he's on, them little. Well, he's not making Snoop money, and now he has Ashanti and his baby, Soulja Boy, 2 decades ago. So I see them. If you're getting a little bit of change, okay. But I mean, I still wouldn't agree with it. But I understand them too. But Snoop, I don't understand Snoop. I don't understand. I don't understand. You didn't have to do it. You could have said no, and you would have still been winning with the folks, the black folks, and everybody. Snoop's a winner. You know what I'm saying? He's a winner.
Yeah, I think he's the most
recognized person in the world. So that's where I'm just a little confused. Everybody, whatever floats your boat, but I just don't think he had to do it.
So do you think that by them doing it, that means they agree with his ideology, Trump's ideology? Or do you think as it was just them performing as a performer? So, for example, if you're, whatever type of artist, and you go do a damn show in bumfuck Kentucky, 9 times out of 10, your audience are MAGA, right?
Right.
So that's where you were contracted to come perform, right? Not to say that you're coming there because you agree with their, you saw all the flags coming in, you saw the fuck Biden signs as you was leaving your hotel to come to this concert venue, and you look out and you see nothing but red "Make America Great Again" hats. But this is the promoter that booked you, and all these MAGA motherfuckers still like your music. So do you think that Nelly or Snoop took this as a regular gig, or they support and believe in Trump's ideology and that's why they did it?
There has to be something to it. It's like me and you, we're sponsored by Shasta and Taste Good Mustard, right?
And Cluck You Chicken.
Yeah, and Cluck You Chicken. So if they told us, hey, you guys gotta go and take your huge podcast to
with
this
your
venue,
9 listeners,
then we would go, because Shasta, Cluck You Chicken, and Taste Good Mustard says you have to go here.
All
right. But if we were on a larger scale, like I said, I'm not surprised that Nelly and Soulja Boy, but Snoop, his sponsors, in my opinion, he could have skipped it. and made the money someplace else. He could have did anything, and he has Skechers. You know, he has all these different things, man.
He's in every goddamn commercial.
Yeah, all these Corona. So I'm like, what did you do it for? I didn't watch it, so I don't know what he did. You know, did he throw up a gang sign and made the rolling 60s bigger? What did he do that benefited him? If you do something like that, there has to be something to benefit you out of it. Nelly and them, I believe that they could use the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna call them broke. I'm not gonna count their money, but they could have used the money, whereas Snoop didn't need the money. You know, he probably took that money that they got and bought some more weed. If he buys his weed, he probably bought some more weed with it. You know, whereas Nelly probably got that money and he has to invest it and flip it and so on and so forth. Where Snoop doesn't have to do that.
What if they told Snoop by coming to perform, you ain't got to pay taxes for the entire Trump administration?
I don't know, man. I just don't think that I would have done it.
I might have went and motherfucking danced a jig if they would have motherfucking said I ain't got to pay no taxes for the next 4 years.
I don't think I would have done it, man. Shit. I don't think I would have done it.
Been out there like Sandman on Apollo.
I don't think I'd have done it, man. I think at some point you got to stand for something. You know, I know it's a cliche saying, but you got to stand for something. You know, I'd like to hear what they got to say. I don't know when I'm gonna hear it because I'm not gonna click on it, but I'd like to hear what they got to say on why they did it. I know Nelly's talking about it, but he's rambling. He's rambling trying to save face when he really doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Him and Soulja Boy, they don't have to explain.
So, do you feel? I'm gonna give you a comparison. Do you feel Nelly and Snoop performing is any worse than Obama sitting there laughing and joking with Trump at the Carter funeral? And I say that because, you know, they've all painted Trump as, you know, detrimental and dangerous to America. But then you sit there looking all chummy, whereas you look at a fucking Kamala, she refused to even acknowledge his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think all those guys, when you get that high up in politics, I think all those guys are in cahoots. The problem, my own ignorant opinion about politics, is that since I've been financially independent, I have seen no change from change my income at all. I'm not a stock market person, so people say business people, entrepreneurs, business people say when Trump's in office, this goes up, that goes up, this goes up, that goes up. That's fine. I have no knowledge of that. I'm saying as a financially independent person who goes to work every day, with every president that's been in office since I've been taking care of myself and my family,
ain't shit changed.
I've seen no dramatic change where I've been like, oh, I gotta get this guy back. I gotta get this guy back. Biden was in office. Monday came, I went to work. Trump's in office. Monday came, I went to work. Obama was in office. Monday came, I went to work. I ain't seen shit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess when they say that the middle class, the upper middle class is making America go round, I guess I'm on that hamster wheel. You know? And is it my fault that I'm not business oriented? You call it what you want to call it. All of our 9 listeners, you can chime in, put it down below and say what you want to say. But what has changed for you when former President Obama was in office, when if
any administration,
any administration in office, what did you notice that you got that was so much better that you lost when another administration took place? What happened? The price of everything is going up and it ain't coming down. You know, when you go and you say, man, the price of eggs is sky high. Yeah, but guess what? Guess what I want? I want a 3-egg omelet. So guess what I gotta do? I gotta buy eggs. Unless I'm gonna buy some chickens, which I ain't. my HOA won't let me have any chickens in my backyard. So I'm not gonna buy no chickens, man.
You get that agriculture tax credit, man.
It is what it
get
is,
you a
man.
damn
It is what it is, man.
a hen, whatever they call it, a chicken hen or a chicken.
It is what it is, man. But look, man, let me switch gears. I got another shout out because I want your opinion on this real quick. This is just a touch on.
What's up?
I met this guy, right, and he's from the power department where we work at.
Okay.
His name was God damn it. His name was something that sounded like brand new, right? And I was talking to
African?
him. He's not African. He might be Indian, something like that.
Same shit.
I'm looking. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. I stand very much corrected because we need to start knowing what's on the continent of Africa, right? So I was watching this video about if you win $100 million on a lotto, that basically in layman's terms, these are layman's terms. These are not no exact figures. So don't blame full throttle shenanigans. But if you win $100 million on a lotto and you live in a state that takes taxes and you select the lump sum, after all said and done, free and clear, again, these are layman's terms, you're going to have $17 million.
You won $100 million.
You won $100 million.
And you're only going to leave with $17 million.
You went for the lump sum. And you're going to end up with $17 million. And I told this guy
fucking $83 million in taxes.
I told this guy that was great. This guy was upset. He was
but that
furious.
That makes sense. $83 million in taxes.
You're gonna pay if you take the lump sum. It's already you're losing 40-something%, right? Off the rip.
All right.
And then you paying all the other taxes. You know what I'm saying? You're paying all the state tax, luxury tax, whatever kind of tax you got to pay. I'm not a tax aficionado or a tax savant, but this is what the guy said.
I'm going to an accountant. I'm getting some of that 83
on
back.
YouTube.
I'm getting some back.
Yeah. But he says basically you'll be $17 million what you end up with. Out of 100, if you win the lotto in a state where you pay taxes, I'm not talking about a tax-free state because that's not what he was talking about. You win $100 million in the lotto. After all the taxes are taken out and all whatever is taken out, at the end you're going to have $17 million. This guy was upset. My man, brand new, was upset. And I'm like, are you serious? And he was like, I can't believe they're going to take. I said, man, even if you come to Metro and you make $150,000 a year and you work the required 27 years, that's not $5 million. It's not. I don't even know if it's 4. I'm not going to try to add it up right now.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here trying.
Yeah, but it's not 4 or 5 million, and you win at $17 million. And if you work 27 years, which means if you came to our company, you got to be at least 21 to start in operations, right? So you're 48 years old at least. What do you want? What foolish thing would you buy? You have $17 million
that you can't get with $1 million.
That you couldn't buy on your salary.
That too.
And couldn't pay off. Lamborghinis, all that shit is played out now. You're 48. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is played out. Where are you going to drive a car with 1,000 horsepower? Where you going?
Tyson's Corner.
You're
block,
48 years old.
Racing a Tesla?
Yeah, you're 48 years old. Beyonce's taken. Halle Berry don't want you. Who are you trying to impress? You probably have a significant other, and you or a significant other is not going to get on the ground and get in these cars. These cars are 2 inches off the ground. You probably already established your home. Do you entertain? So you want to buy a bigger house to entertain who? You probably at 48. Let me ask, bro. Do you know 50 people? Do you have 50 people in your phone that you talk to on a monthly basis? 50 people.
No.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't got 20 people.
Yeah, you don't even have 50 people. So you don't need a bigger. You don't need a bigger abode. You don't need a bigger house. You don't need a Lamborghini. You're not gonna walk around with a $5 million gold chain like these young rappers are wearing. So $17 million, if you hit at our age, you are beyond
set. if you're gonna live the same lifestyle. You should.
You can even, because what's on your bucket list that costs over $10,000? I'm not talking about automobiles. Your bucket list, a car is not a. Put a car in there. Put a car in there. That's fine. You have $17 million. What's on your bucket list?
On my bucket list, man.
At your age now, I'm not talking about, because you're not even close to where I'm at. You're young, but so it's easier to talk to you. What on your, and you're more financially responsible than I am.
Shit.
So what's on your bucket list when you have $17 million what's on your bucket list?
I'm gonna tell you, man. I would love to charter a cruise ship and take all of y'all on a cruise, but that ain't gonna cost me $17 million. Probably a couple $100,000. It'd be 6 figures, but I'd love to do it.
Yeah, that's because you're a giving dude.
Or, you know what I mean, we go.
I'm talking about selfishly.
For a month somewhere.
Selfishly.
For myself?
Selfishly. With you and or your kids, significant other. I'm talking about something that I gotta have this. I gotta swipe this card. Because you're gonna have a black card at the time. I gotta swipe this card.
You know, I don't buy shit like that.
That's what I'm saying.
So
we Harley riders. If we want a CVO and we want it fixed up, we can go
$80,000.
Yeah, we can go buy a $50,000 bike. Call Easy, get a sound system, get B and Rose, bars, ideas. I'm not gonna give this dude's name that puts the seats on the bike because he shitted on me last time. Bazin. Get a Corbin coupe. You might spend, like my brother said, $80,000.
Complete.
Yeah, complete.
Motor work.
That's everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to what's my man does the motor work. That is that me or you?
That's you. That feedback.
Damn. I don't forgot my man's name, man. He did my motor work. He did Easy's motor work.
Oh, Buell?
Yeah, Buell. Shout out to Buell. Go see Buell. Gotta be one of the best tuners in the DMV. He's on what's that thing? 201, 301? What the highway is?
Yeah, that highway.
Yeah, that highway. Hey, excuse our feedback. We're in a new studio. We're in a new studio. We upgrading. But on your bucket list, if you got $17 million and I'm 53. My brother's way younger than I am. There's nothing that I want to do that costs a whole lot of money. My bucket list now is just seeing things and going different places. So that may require, because I'm gonna fly first class. Hey, this is our sound guy. We got a sound guy named Chris. He's a white guy. We don't pay him.
Pay his ass no attention.
Yeah, we don't pay him. We give him a Coca-Cola and peanut butter crackers, the orange ones with the peanut butter in the middle. But what on your bucket list with $17 million at our age? Nobody wants gold chains. Nobody wants all these diamond chains. That's out the door. Nobody wants these European cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. That's out of the. So that's it. Half of the brothers can't swim, so you don't need no big pool. You know,
you get a big pool, just the entire motherfucker won't be deeper than 4 feet.
Right. So. Shout out to Joker. We're gonna use Joker's pool designer, and we'll get Joker's pool designer to give us a pool. Shout out to Joker.
Because Joker shit is what 4 feet deep.
4 feet all the way around. Shout out to our brother Joker.
He fucking 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he's 6 feet tall. Got a 4-foot pool, and he got floaties on his arm. Yeah, and he got a floaty around it. Floaty on his arm, floaty around his neck. Word. But that's just it, man. He was upset, and I was like the old folks. I was tickled when he said that he was upset about $83 million. You know what I'm saying? If I pay $2 and I win $17 million, I win $100 million. They say, look, you can only have 17. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Shout out Tori. Shout out to my man Holly. I'm Gucci with that.
So I don't know how much truth it is, but I've heard that like if you take the what is it called?
The annual annuity payments?
The annuity payments. You can now roll that over to somebody should you pass. Like before, I heard you weren't able to do that. Once it was assigned to you, that was it.
Mm-hmm. No, the guy I was watching, he said you can have a beneficiary for your lottery.
Yeah, so I would take the annuity versus the lump sum. And just,
I'm lump sum. One of our 9 listeners, let us know what you do.
Yeah,
Put in the comments.
I'll take the annuity.
Like, comment, and subscribe to keep this going, because we're in a new studio, and this studio ain't cheap. This studio ain't cheap. I hope they don't see us in here. Cut the lights off, because we ain't supposed to be in here for real.
And we ain't paid the rent in 2 months.
Yeah, we ain't paid the rent in 2 months. We wrote them a check. Post dated.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, I ain't see it get deposited.
We wrote them a check, post dated. We wrote them a post dated check. But what else going on in the news, man? They got my man Hova, the best rapper alive. He's gonna murder that case that 13-year-old young lady brought against him. And she wants a jury trial. I don't think she understands what's going on with that. She
I stopped following it.
Yeah, she can't plead the fifth, and she's gonna have to take the stand.
So she not a Jane Doe case or whatever it was called before, because
she asked for a jury trial, which means she can't plead the fifth, which means she's gonna have to take a stand against a billionaire and billionaire lawyers, against her lawyer who wears hush puppies.
I'm gonna say K&G suits.
Yeah, if you have a lawyer and your lawyer's shoes don't make no noise coming down the hallway, you probably gonna lose, or you probably gonna have a plea bargain. If your lawyer ain't got no hard bottoms on, you are doomed. You are definitely going to jail, or you gonna lose. I promise you, gonna lose. These lawyers, that if you can hear their shoes coming down the hallway and your lawyer's shoes ain't making no noise,
hang it up.
That's ball game. You might as well throw yourself on the mercy of the court.
Yeah, like I said, I hadn't followed it since the initial stuff came out, but they were saying like her story wasn't lining up, and then her pop said he don't recall ever going down to Manhattan to pick her up or nothing like that.
Brief synopsis: she's 13 years old. This is
01.
I think she's 37 now. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, make about right.
So back then, there was no BBLs.
4 years ago.
Right. There's no BBLs back then. That's not a big thing. There's no...
Little girls was little girls.
Little girls was little girls. Right. So you're 13 years old. You got a ride to the VMAs from your friend. Your parents don't know that you're there. Right. And I'm going real fast because I know we're short on time. You can't get into VMAs because you're 13 years old. You get in. Just say you after the after party, you get invited to the after party that my favorite rapper Jay-Z's in and Sean Combs is in. Just say you get invited in there, and just say that you got molested in there, and you call your father, and your father come and picks you up, and your father can visibly see that his 13-year-old daughter has been tainted, molested, at what they call it, SA, sexually assaulted. Not only, it doesn't matter who sexually assaulted your 13-year-old daughter.
Everybody gotta die.
So, the 3 things that can come to my mind. Jeez, Mo. The 3 things that come to my mind, right? And I don't have a daughter. I got 2 boys, right? You're going to take your daughter to the doctor, you're going to take your daughter to the police, or you are going to attempt to turn that party out. None of those things happen. Your 13-year-old daughter, you didn't take her to the doctor, you didn't take her to the police, and you didn't turn the party out.
But he said, like he said, the pop said I would remember if something like that happened. I don't recall that ever happening.
Yeah. And that's the problem. It's the same problem I have with with R. Kelly. You talking about the murder capital of that stays in the top 5 as far as murders are going, right? Chicago, Illinois. R. Kelly's from Chicago, Illinois, right? To my knowledge, you have allegedly touched all these underage girls. Nobody threw a rock at R. Kelly. Nobody has scratched his car. Nobody has set the alarm off on his house. Nobody has made death threats. Nobody has scratched this guy. You know? Everybody has a crazy cousin. I got a cousin in Rochester right now that I can call, and he'll do something crazy. He'll attempt. He might not be able to fulfill, but he's gonna attempt. You know what I'm saying? For free. You know what I'm saying? For free. He'll come try to do something if somebody harmed me or my family in some kind of way. So everybody has a crazy cousin is the point that I'm trying to allude to. Everybody has a crazy cousin, crazy brother, crazy uncle. So none of these young ladies, and I'm not taking nothing away from anybody who's been sexually assaulted at all. I'm not trying to demean any of these girls who was on TV, that special, whatever. But where was the families? And I know we digging up shit that's been talked about a long time ago. But all this stuff comes into play every single time.
Yeah, I think it's and this is my opinion only. Where does, in any of these situations, whether it's R. Kelly, Puffy, fucking Bill Cosby, and the countless other people, fucking, even the white dude, who's the white dude, the producer dude? Weinstein.
Yeah.
Any of these instances, you know, were these dudes guilty of something? Absolutely. But do the victims not take part of the blame as well?
That's the hard question.
You know, you can't tell me, like, you know, all the Monday morning quarterback talk about the whole Puffy shit with people like, oh, after 2 o'clock, you know, you need to be getting out of there because that's when wild shit start happening. But if that type of shit is already talked about in the industry, and you know, and you're in the industry and you hear these talks and you choose to stay after 2 o'clock,
yeah,
then you know what the fuck is about to go on. You know the baby oil is about to come out. And you choose to stay for that shit. You know what I mean? So for you to be like, you know, I had no idea what was going on. And fuck out of here.
What did you think was happening when he put the baby oil on your bottom? Did you think your bottom was ashy? And he was such a great friend that he was unashying your bottom?
No different than what, like, the whole Bill Cosby shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we might have touched on this in our first episode. If you have listened, please go back and listen to the Full Throttle Shenanigans, the first episode. But I feel that Bill Cosby just should have told the truth. It was in the 60s. Everybody was taking
advantage.
Drugs were pure back then. Cocaine was a rich man's drug. All drugs were everybody was using them. And Bill, in my opinion, Mr. Cosby should have just said, I took this to enhance the experience. I took it. They took it. I took it to enhance the experience. I mean, you're not going to lose a contract with Jell-O. Who don't nobody eat Jell-O except for people getting ready to take a colonoscopy and little kids. That's it. You know, so you got that crowd locked up because there's going to forever be little kids and you're going to forever have people getting a colonoscopy. Your crowd is locked up.
You don't like pudding, man?
Hey, no, I don't have none. I don't have none. And that's a shout out to all of your black men. Please go get a colonoscopy. Please go get yourself checked out. Don't check up out of here because you don't want to get checked in and checked up on. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, ladies and gentlemen. Go to the doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the doctor. Where we at?
Oh, we good.
Yeah. We got to keep checking our time because our
the white boy,
Chris, he's flashing some light at the sound. I think we'll have to get rid of him after this episode. We're gonna hire his brother.
I mean,
his brother is non-binary.
This
Brother's non-binary. We didn't hire him because we didn't know who to ask for when we made the call, and Chris answered, so that's why he's here. I think his brother is better than he is, or his brother or sister, or whatever he is to him. His brister.
Them.
Yeah, his brister is better. Yeah.
Just them.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need no smoke from from them.
Nah, we don't need no smoke. Yeah. Hey, bro, look, I'll be watching YouTube, right? And the big thing I'm watching now on YouTube is your loadout, right? Your carry out. And look, we're both grown men. I'm never gonna say no homo. So take it how you want to take it. So your loadout, I'm gonna define it. When you leave the house every day, if you are able to carry any kind of weapon legally in whatever state you're in. So your loadout is...
There's a lot of people walking out carrying illegally.
Right. We're not talking to y'all. When you leave your house, and we'll just speak hypothetically, when you leave your house, what do you think... What do you carry that you think is... What's your load? What do you make sure you have when you leave your house?
My pistol, number one.
Pistol. The loadout.
Extra mag.
Extra mag. Any kind of knife?
Nah, I ain't got no knife.
You got a knife, bro.
I ain't got no knife, bro.
I'm gonna give you a knife.
Yeah, I ain't never.
Can't give you this one. My mom brought me this from Sweden. It has my name on it. Swiss Army knife here. It has my whole name. My mom gave these people my whole name.
Yeah, I feel like whether it's a knife or a gunfight, I'm gonna just use a gun. So
yeah. Yeah, man. But we're looking at the loadout, man. I've been watching this stuff on YouTube, man. There's a lot of everyday loadouts where, of course, keys and all that stuff is in order. But as far as weapons, my loadout, man, I have pepper spray. I have a knife, and again, my weapon caliber I'm gonna keep my caliber private, and an extra mag. And 99% of people who carry weapons, who have weapons, don't use them. Don't have to use them to defend themselves, right? That's might not be 99%, but it's up there in the 90s. But it's a shame that we have to. It's a shame that I feel I have to have all that shit in my pocket every day for me to feel like I'm okay when I leave the house.
I mean, well, one, I hope I don't ever have to use my shit in the street.
Right.
However, come up into my dwelling. What's that shit we looked up today?
We just looked up today.
The Castle Doctrine?
We're helping. That's it.
Castle Doctrine?
All of our 9 listeners, we putting y'all on game.
Yeah. Come up in the house if you want to.
Check this out for your state. Google
Castle Doctrine.
Castle Doctrine. Look it up.
That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. You're absolutely correct. Look up Castle Doctrine for your state and find out exactly what you're allowed to do if somebody breaks in your home. Castle Doctrine. CASTLE Doctrine. DOCTRINE. Google it for your state because it may change from state to state.
But here in the lovely state of Virginia,
hey,
fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. That's what we're about. And Virginia's for lovers. Just don't come in our house uninvited.
And shoot us. That's
right. Don't come in our house uninvited. We don't want it. Oh, another shout out. Shout out to my man Hurd and Bennett. I don't know the name of their company. I'll try to find out. I'm sure it's not Hurd and Bennett.
Nah. But I think it's something like couple niggas shooting.
Yeah. Damn. You can go through them and get your and next episode we'll put their numbers up there. You can contact them for your Maryland and Arizona concealed weapons permit. They have classes, and I'm sure they have a website. We'll have that stuff for you. We're very spontaneous here at Full Throttle Shenanigans.
That's why the name is what the name is.
We like to shot everybody. That's why we're sponsored by Shasta, Taste Good Mustard, and Cluck You Chicken in Rochester, New York.
Get your 6 packets of ketchup.
That's right. 6 packets of ketchup. Go in, mention Full Throttle Shenanigans, and they will give you 6 packets of ketchup.
But you gotta order 4-piece chicken.
We promise. And we're only sponsored by Black Cherry Shasta. So if there's none on the shelf, then that's not who we're sponsored by. What else we got, bro? What else we got going on? It's a whole lot going on in this
absolutely
world. The fires in California. What do you think?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, what you think about that, man?
When you saw those images, what did that shit remind you of, man? That shit reminded me of like them End of Days type movies.
I just talked to my man Coop today, man. And we're gonna have another guy, my man. His name Coop. Shout out Coop. Shout out my man Coop. Hey Coop, you gotta come see us. But me and Coop was talking about it today, man. And I'm a spiritual guy, right? And you have to wonder why California is burning to hell and they have ice on the streets in New Orleans, snow in Myrtle Beach. The math don't add up. You know what I mean? You got a fire where the land is burning, and I don't know the geometry, I don't know the mileage from California, wherever that fire is in California, to New Orleans. But in New Orleans, there's ice on the streets. And in California, they're burning. I think that in the words of Tommy Davidson in the great show, what's the name of that show?
In Living Color.
In Living Color. Message! It's a message going on, man.
Yeah, the shit just look crazy, man.
Yeah.
The shit look crazy.
It's
Shit look like some End of Days shit, man.
Yeah. I look at it, man, and I shout out D.L. Hewley, man, because I was watching him today, and they were talking about the Santa Ana winds, which is beyond my level of expertise. But they said that's why the stuff was spreading the way that it was spreading.
Yeah, but you notice, anytime we have any type of crazy natural disaster like this, they always say the same thing. It was a perfect storm. Like everything just lined up. Everything came together to make it as extreme and as bad as it was.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't make sense, man. They said they got firemen from Africa. Firemen.
Yeah, man.
This shit don't seem right, man. You flew some people from from halfway around the world, from Africa, to come here.
To come help. Man, this shit is serious.
Man, you ain't nobody closer.
Man, they had thousands of firefighters
what
out there,
states touch California,
they
man?
had thousands of
you got
firefighters
Washington, you got Nevada, you got all these states.
But I can't pull all the firefighters from my surrounding areas and deplete the resources that I need
so you
in my
go
current
get
areas.
from Africa.
Yeah, I can pay them fucking $50.
13 cents a day. 13 cents a day.
Shit, we just found out that $1 US is worth 1,500 naira.
Hey, shout out to Wasu. My man Wasu told me that he has a car over here. Shout out Wasu. Wasu, you gonna listen to this podcast and you gotta like, comment, and subscribe. Wasu said he had a car, right? BMW over here, and it was $4,000 to get the air conditioner fixed. $4,000 US. He took the car home to his home, where his birthplace in Nigeria, and
that's in Africa.
They went and fixed it over there for $30 US, which is what was it?
I gotta go back and do the math. Yeah, Naira. I think it's pronounced Naira.
Is the currency. If we're mispronouncing it, we apologize. But so what? That's the U.S. education. 30 US dollars. $30 US currently equates to 46,740 naira. 46,740 naira. in Nigeria. $4,000 and he got his whole air conditioner fixed in his BMW for 30 American dollars in Nigeria.
Right.
Yeah.
But it cost
$30.
It cost him $3,892 to ship his car over there to get it fixed for $30.
No, but it worked out because he was taking over there anyway, right? And he got it fixed for $30, man. What are we doing wrong over here? It's the math. It doesn't add up, man. The math don't add up. Don't add up. Hey, shout out to the Commanders.
Hey, man, I don't know how I feel about that.
Shout out to the Commanders, man.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Hey, Eddie. Shout out to you, Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these damn Redskins potentially going to the show.
Hey, man, you're being politically incorrect.
No.
It is the Washington Commanders.
I mean, not to the diehard fans. They gonna say Redskins all day long.
Hey, yeah, you're right.
You know.
Redskins all day long.
But yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about it. You know, as a Giants fan, you know, and my sorry ass team that could have traded up and got Jaden Daniels, which I'm happy we didn't because we don't have the O-line to protect that dude.
Giants, Dolphins. At least y'all won since you've been
alive.
I actually was alive, but I didn't even know what was going on when my Dolphins won. But my father's a Dolphins fan, so I will forever be a Dolphins fan because my father's a Dolphins fan.
Yeah,
shout out my sisters, man. Hold on, let me shout out my sisters, man, because I got some beautiful sisters. Beautiful sisters. They all down in Florida. Terrellyn, that's my older sister. Pookie, she's right. She's younger than I am. Keisha and Jasmine, and I got an older brother named Dinky. His name is Derek. Shout out them.
I met them too. Jasmine and
yeah. Who'd you meet? You met Jazz.
And your brother.
My brother Derek.
Yeah,
his name is Derek. We used to call him Dinky. Shout out them. Shout out my family, man. Shout out my brother. Shout out my father. Shout out his beautiful wife Candy. Shout out my mother. You'll see my mother. She'll be if you look our page up, we do rides, man. We did a cancer ride for my mom. Shout out Rachel Corby. Word. Prayers up for our girl Rachel Corby, man. Her birthday was January 9th.
Yep.
Shout out to her, man. January 9th. All of our listeners who listen to us, man. Real
send
talk.
Your prayers.
Yeah, send your prayers up to our girl Rachel Corby. She is a beautiful spirit. If you know her, enough said. If you don't, Google her, get on her Instagram page, and just see what's going on, man, and prayers up, man, and fuck cancer, man. Word up. Fuck cancer. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think fucking cancer might take us out of here, man.
Word, man.
That be there.
That's okay. That's the way to end it, man. That's the way to end it. Good brother, and all of our 9 listeners, we're still open, man. If you guys want to hear something, want to hear us talk about something, enjoy what we talked about, want us to elaborate, put in the comments. We'll get at you. You got any birthdays, shout outs, shout out to the Hollywood stars, man.
Like, comment,
and subscribe. Hollywood stars, we on the ground, man. We do a lot of stuff for a lot of people. So if you know one of us and you need something done, we do cancer rides. We feed the homeless. This year was exciting. We gave away to the Ronald McDonald House. And you guys can join in with us. Help us give stuff away. Meet us there. Don't beat us there. Don't meet us there. Help us with the giveaways. Help us feed the homeless. Help us with feeding families on Thanksgiving. If you have something that you want us to get into, positive, that has to do with helping. You know, we got book bag giveaways.
Reach out.
Yeah, reach out. Hey, shout out to our boy K May. Shout out to Sauce. That's our
Chef
cook.
extraordinaire.
That's our chef extraordinaire for the club. Shout out Sauce Money. Shout out Sauce. Hey, big shout out to you, Sauce K May. But that's gonna take us to the end of this one, man. We were everywhere because that's what we like to be. We like to touch on topics, kind of leave it open for conversation, for follow up. You know, everything we do ends in a comma. Nothing's in a period. We're willing to talk about it. We're open minded. And next week, hey man, I know it's old news because we like old news. We want to talk about snow bunnies. Snow bunnying. Dr. Umar went in on your boy. We're gonna end it, but he went on Kendrick, man.
Kendrick got a snow bunny?
You know how Dr. Umar says if you are male or female and you don't identify, you could be mixed, but you have to identify as black.
Even if you mixed.
If you don't identify as black, then you are
white.
A snow bunny.
Oh, okay. All right, next week, snow bunnies.
Next week, snow bunnies and whatever y'all put in the comments. But you know we're going to be everywhere, man. Listen, check us out. Listen to us. Again, Miss Pearly, shout out to you. We appreciate you.
We out of here.
We out.